Hi, welcome back to the workshop, and today we're looking at Dapol's brand new 00 gauge Hawthorn Leslie 040 saddle tank locomotive. Now Ben, I think that you'll agree, like a lot of people have already agreed, these are fantastic, beautifully detailed models.
Yeah, they really are quite nice. They're sort of really compact, sort of classic industrial locomotives, but there's just so much detail crammed into these little things. They're just fantastic.
Now, of course, these little 040s can be found all over the country in collieries, gasworks, dockyards, anything industrial. What are they actually producing as far as the range is concerned?
So Dapol is producing models that represent locomotives built by Hawthorn Leslie from 1899 to 1923. And yeah, these saw work all over the industrial scene, collieries, power stations. They actually saw work right up until the 1970s, so really kind of long-lived design. More than 10 of these locomotives still survive today, so, just a really versatile, classic industrial tank engine.
Absolutely. And look, I mean, we've seen loads of different preserved railways where they've got these little 040s, and they do look fantastic. So I'm sure that anybody will want to have one of theirs on their layout. What kind of variants are Dapol producing?
There's 9 different variants. We've got one of the more plain liveried ones, which is just black, but there are some absolutely stunning lining and colour schemes available. So yeah, there's an industrial locomotive for everyone.
Now let's talk about the detail. You briefly mentioned before that they are really jam-packed, and just over here we can see a beautifully detailed cab, some wonderful valve gear, and all the pipework underneath the actual saddle tank. They've really gone to such nth degree on the detail.
Yeah, they've really gone to town on this. So you've got a really nice die-cast running plate. You've got a die-cast saddle tank, which that hides the DCC sockets and it's making chipping it really easy. You've got a magnetically attached roof, so you can pull that off, so you can easily fit a crew. And beyond that, you can see just an incredible cab in there. You've even got tiny little dials with painted gauges and copper pipes going to them. Controls individually painted, really nicely picked out. And as you mentioned, you've got these really nice, simple, quite thin, which is quite realistic actually, metal connecting rods, really nicely painted in red, metal slide bars. They're really charming, fantastic little locos.
Now, we've only had this go on the layout today with this very small sort of demonstration goods as such, but through our testing, what have we found the haulage capabilities to be like?
It's quite a lot. For such a small locomotive, I was able to get this pulling 5 Batman Mark 1s, which is way more than these things would ever.
They're pretty heavy coaches, are they?
Yeah, the Batman Mark 1, it's a very nice coach, but it's, quite heavy. And yeah, taking 5, that's, we found some tender engines that find 5 coaches a struggle. So for something this small, it's really quite impressive. So any sort of industrial train you'd ever want this thing to pull, this can do it.
And what's actually providing that power?
So it has a coreless motor with a flywheel, and that's all it really needs, really. You've got to remember, it's quite a small locomotive, and they've had to hide that quite cleverly in the space where the firebox would be, which is that sort of little recess behind the tank. So the motor's hidden there, the flywheel is just next to it, and the DCC stuff is just above that. Just very, very, very compact on the inside.
It really is, but let's face it, these days we can put DCC with speakers and sound and everything into small 009 locomotives. So, of course, if we can do that, we can definitely fit one into this beautiful little tank engine over here. And as far as price and availability is concerned, how much are they and when can people find them in the shops?
So they're actually all in stock right now. They start at £126.36 and they go up to £266.36 for sound-fitted models.
Well, if you love industrial railways and you've wanted to have a lovely 040 for a while, or maybe having another one to supplement the other ones that you've got, then the Hawthorn Leslie from Dapol is certainly one for you. You can read a full review of these models written by Ben in HM207, our September edition of Hobby Magazine, and of course you can see much more on keymodelworld.com. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.